All right, now we're going to shift some gears here, and we're going to welcome one of my favorite people. Hello, Elaine Ballace.
Oh, hello. I have been so looking forward to this and talking to you. You have no idea. I even got up early this morning. It
Well,
was like Christmas for me.
oh my God. I love talking to you. I was telling Pam that you were booked on the show. You and I had booked to have you on the show because of Free Lunch Express before the publicist for the film even got Lenny booked on the show.
Oh,
you
I was, I was shocked when I saw that Lenny was on it.
mm-hmm. But you were booked first because when she reached out to me about Lenny, and I'm like, well, I already have Elaine doing the show, so how about if it's like, what? And I said, oh yeah, Elaine and I already, don't worry, we're already on top of this for this film, Free Lunch Express. So,
It is such a great film.
oh my God, it's hilarious, and you get to play Mrs. Bernie Sanders. Uh,
I know. And I mean, the only political thing I know, they say don't get political, but I was so hoping Bernie would win and go to the White House and we could premiere it at the White House.
Okay, now that would have been something really incredible. That would have been.
I know. I was so hoping for that.
I mean, that's a good reason to hope for somebody to get elected, so you can premiere your film at the White House.
I was telling everybody, including them.
You are such an eclectic talent, Elaine. You're an actor, you're a comedian, now you're an author. But the roles that you pick, they're wonderful, wonderful character roles. Of course, now you have a lead role with Love Without
Which is a character.
It is, very much a character.
Did you see the film? Did you see that film?
Watched it. I watched Love Without Hairs. Yes, I did.
Oh, good. I hope you liked it.
I do. I like it's really that could so easily translate into a theater production, a stage play.
Actually, that's what it was originally written for. The author is Raphael Buñuel, and he is Louis Buñuel, the famed director. It's his son.
Oh.
And he wrote it originally as a stage play, and the director, Javier Barbera, I don't know how these two met, but anyway, they met, and he fell in love with it. And Javier contacted me directly, and I thought, I don't know any of these people, what is this? And he goes, I have to have you in my film. And so I met with them, and then I read the script, and I absolutely fell in love with the script.
Well, for me, watching you in Free Lunch Express, and then, watching you in Love Without Hairs, the range that you have, Elaine, in developing a character is so vast, and you bring so much nuance into a role.
Oh, that's so kind.
And, well, if I thought you sucked, I'd tell you. But,
I know you would.
But, we look at Free Lunch Express and look at you as Jane Sanders, and your facial...
That was so much fun.
Your facial expressions are to die for, literally.
Oh, thank you. It was so much fun, and I think it was just sort of a natural thing. The only thing that I will tell out of school that was so funny is I kept trying to bribe the makeup people to do more makeup.
God.
And they said, They go, no, she's very plain. You know, she doesn't wear any makeup. I go, well, maybe just a little mascara.
Well, and I love how you play off of Charles Hutchins, who is older Bernie.
Yes.
You have a really great, shall we say, you command the scenes that you're in with him.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was so much fun. And the one with the scene that's kind of like jumps at you is the one with the guy who plays Bill Clinton.
Yes. Yeah, Don Frankel plays Clinton. And it's that whole interview scene, and you're at the end of the table, and Frankel in character as Clinton is sitting there, and he keeps making passes. It's just...
I know. It is so funny. And the other one that was hysterical was in the Black Lives Matter, that scene. That was so funny where the girl's up and he's just kind of passively, and it's like, I aggressively am just going, come on, what are you doing?
Oh, it's just, every element of Free Lunch Express is so funny. And I'm just so tickled that, you know, you got involved with that one. Because that kind of...
So was I.
That humor is right up your alley.
Yes, it really is. And the thing that was so interesting about that movie was we never got the whole script. Nobody, maybe other than Sam, who played Middle Bernie.
Right.
No one else got the whole script. So we were just reading pages and learned our pages and maybe snuck in to watch other scenes being shot. And it was so amazing, and everyone was so much fun. And the best part was it finished on March 11th, and by March 13th, everything was shut down.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So we got everything in, and everything was terrific, and everyone got to enjoy, like, freedom. And then in 2 days, who knew it would be the end of it?
Oh, my God. But, you know, you also have, and I'm curious as to whether this gave you some trepidation or you found it a little challenging. Is it you're playing a living person? You're playing Jane Sanders. She's very much alive. She's very much present. We know what she looks like. It's not an unknown character to us. Does that put a burden on you or a greater sense of responsibility even when you are playing this as a satire?
I think that with anything, you want to give the person, especially if the person is alive, you want to give them respect and maybe not, and put them in a positive light no matter what, because I think there are enough people out there that probably put her in a negative light.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to bring out the positive and kind of fun and maybe the relationship that she had. I did catch a couple interviews with her, and the one thing I took away was she really loved and cared about Bernie.
Mm-hmm. And that comes across.
And
that comes across in your performance.
You know, I think that's the main thing that I wanted to portray, is that she really loved him and cared about him, and she really didn't have an agenda about it, like maybe some political wives.
Yeah.
And she was bright in her own way. So I think all in all, she was just, you know, it was just a fun character. And again, I was so hoping it would have been Bernie, because I would have loved to have heard her response of how I played her.
Well, we'll have to put it out there because the film opens on December 4th. I think,
right.
Yeah, on December 4th. So, who knows? Maybe Jane will, and we'll see the film.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? I think that would be so cool if she saw it and, reached out. I'm here, Jane.
Elaine is everywhere. Yes, she is.
I
So
was so excited that you put up the thing this morning on Facebook. It was like, yay! And then right after that, I got a call from Tony Rizzo, who's also on Facebook, and he writes for Hearst Publications. And they write for like 800, I guess it's papers and stuff, publications, I guess that's the word. And that article came out today. So I said, I'm a star today.
Today you are a superstar, Elaine. You are a superstar today. But yeah, what I love so much is you watch you in something like Free Lunch Express, and then watch you in Love Without Hairs, and oh my God,
they're so different.
So different. You play an unnamed prostitute in Love Without Hairs.
Right.
And it's a two-hander. That's all this is. It's you and Anthony Gaida.
Right.
Are the only actors, and he is, quote unquote, the customer, who's really
Correct.
looks like a bum off the street. And
he is a bum off the street.
And the back and forth that the two of you have of are they both deranged? Are they insane? Are they playing a game? And you keep us wondering because the two of you go back and forth. He'll leave, he'll come back, and it's really interesting to see the world, or the worlds, plural, that the two of you are creating.
Yes. And it's, I don't want to give the ending away, but that's the whole idea, is that the director wanted to leave it up to each person. You know, how did it really end?
Yeah. I mean, my heart was, I was like, my heart stopped. My heart stopped.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken to see that ending. Because by
that was the director. They asked him, some people said, oh, they wanted a happy ending. Some said, oh, well, what, you know, and he said, well, it's up to you. How do you want it to end, you know?
I mean, well, this is the kind of story that, number one, you don't foresee a happy ending with something like this. A story like this. You don't foresee it. But the way you and Anthony play these two characters with the range of emotions you go through, oh my God. You're up, you're down, you're happy, you're sad.
I know, it was so much fun.
That has to be a challenge for you as an actor, to be able to turn on a dime like that within a character.
It was. I mean, it was probably the most challenging part that I've ever had. And I really I didn't want to watch a lot of movies similar to that. Mm-hmm. But as some people would say, it's kind of a modern day Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, with Elizabeth Taylor. But Elizabeth Taylor, to me, was more of a dramatic actress.
Right.
And I wanted to bring the humor and comedy.
I think this would be closer to a Shirley MacLaine in Sweet Charity.
Yes. Oh, that was another movie that was wonderful. That was one of my favorite movies. And it's so funny that you would say that one, because when I used to skate, when I was a professional ice skater, that life, I skated to Sweet Charity.
Oh my gosh.
No, so that's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Okay, now wait a minute here. Professional ice skater.
A full circle.
Wait a minute here. Professional ice skater.
Yes, and I was in the Guinness Sports Record book and everything for most revolutions per second in a spin.
Oh my God. Who did you skate with, or did you compete? What?
Well, no, back in the day when I was a child, it was very, very different. You couldn't earn any money whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And an agent saw me at the rink and said, she has to be in commercials. But that would have meant that I would have had to have given up my amateur standing. I mean, now they win money.
Yes.
But back then they didn't. And my father was not too excited about breaking up the home and having my mom travel with me in a major show. And so I just did mainly what they called tank shows, which were in hotels and anywhere that they could put in ice.
Wow.
And I did those. I did commercials. I did everything in skating. And then when I got older, my dad figured when I was 18, if I wanted to go join the show, I could. But I really I went to a private school and skated my whole life. So I wanted some of the college experience. And I definitely wanted a football experience. So I went to USC because they had great football at the time.
Well, now
my life dream really was to have been a running back because I used to watch football and I would see how they would run through, and I was so impressed.
Oh my God! Oh, Elaine Ballace, running back.
Oh, well, do you know, it was really funny. I was in a restaurant and Eric Dickerson came in, and to me, he was the biggest star there. There were like lots of major celebrities there and stuff. And I practically accosted the poor man. He invited me to sit with him and his girlfriend or wife. I'm not sure which it was. But anyway, he said, why don't you just sit with us? And I said, okay.
Yeah, that's no arm twisting. No arm twisting. Yeah.
And so I said, I've always wanted to be you. And he goes, why? And I go, my life dream was to have been a running back. And he said to me, be anything but. It's one of the hardest positions to play.
Oh, my. So you decided
and then
to be
I have
an
a very
actor.
good friend, Wendell Tyler, who preceded Eric Dickerson because Wendell used to play for the Rams. And then when Eric Dickerson came, Wendell moved to the 49ers, which was actually my favorite team. So I was really happy. It's like, yay!
Oh my God. And then you give up that dream to be an actor. What were
Can you believe that?
What were you thinking?
I'm still hoping I'd get a part as a running back.
Yeah, when they were casting that movie years ago, Wildcats, with Goldie Hawn, you should have been the one cast
I know.
As the daughter of the football coach, and then she goes on to coach. Oh my, that would have been perfect. Yeah. Well, they may need to work on.
I don't know that I would be, because I coach skating. I don't know that I'm that good of a coach, especially if you were that passionate about the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I always expected my kids to have the same passion, and when they didn't, I was heartbroken. Because I always felt I was working harder than they were. It was the same with school. When I taught school for a little while, I was doing more work than they were, and I said, this isn't going to work. And my kids at school used to say, why don't you go back into acting? That's the only thing that makes you happy.
Yeah, but now, you bring some of your teaching and your instructional ability back into play with how to write a book, Camp Elaine style. You're teaching people how to write a book.
Well, that's the thing about that, which is very funny. It started off as a joke, kind of just a fun gag gift, But then, before I was able to get it out there and published, we were hit with COVID.
Right.
Then we were hit with all the civil unrest. So I kind of went back and reworked it a little bit. And what I really wanted to do was get people to be, because what I do notice, whether it's teaching, school, skating, or just life, oftentimes people just kind of need a cheerleader to cheer them on or get them going, you know? And so with the book, I really wanted people to write down what is going on in their lives now in history, because this way, when it's in their writing, the historians cannot rewrite history or their story. And this will leave their legacy for generations to come.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm doing is I'm kind of like guiding them through. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, come on, you can do it. And I was really surprised at how many people really said, oh my God, this is just like a diary, but you're cheering us on. And I go, that's exactly what I'm doing. You know, I want it in your words. So just to kind of help you pace yourself and to kind of guide you and cheer you on, not to give up, and that you can finish it, because you can't write these times, and I don't know what they're going to say about them in 50 years.
That's
you know.
I'm afraid of what they're going to say.
So it's like they're trying to rewrite history anyway, and with all the COVID, the pandemic, and then the civil unrest, and then they're going back and forth, then it's COVID, then it's civil unrest, and it's like people are kind of like going, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, they don't even know who they are anymore.
Yeah. Now,
and so that's why I want them to be able to sit down and write. And I learned in college, because psych was my major, that when you're actually writing something out, there's more of a connection from hand to brain than when they're just typing something.
Absolutely. That's why I handwrite. I handwrite all of my notes, all my schedules, everything. I handwrite everything, at least the first time.
Exactly. And, I'll tell you, you're in good company, because Mel Brooks says, number 2 pencils and a yellow tablet.
I have a constant stream of yellow tablets in my house. But also fluorescent pink
not
paper.
Only that, but like with phones and stuff, and I'm guilty of this, because the phone could be lost or go down, and then you've lost everything. And the same with the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a better recollection of things if I'm writing them down or I see them on paper.
Yep, absolutely.
And then I go, okay, that's it.
That's one of the big reasons I do it, is I can actually envision what I have on my big wall calendar in the bathroom, because I look at it every morning when I'm drying my hair and doing makeup, and I handwrite everything. My whole schedule goes in there. And I always see it.
I have so many papers, and everybody who comes to my house, they say, oh my God. And I go, I know, I have to keep all these papers. I just need them because it reminds me of this, or when you write something out, you've got it forever.
So a big question for you, how can people get your book? Now, they can watch Love Without Hairs on Amazon Prime. Free Lunch Express, they can get on VOD December 4th. But how do they get How to Write a Book Camp Elaine Style?
Well, they can, if they're definitely computer savvy and want to do it that way, they can go to Platzer, PLATZ as in zebra, ER .media/Elaine, and they can order it there. And if not, they can contact me directly via Facebook, Twitter, or even Instagram at Elaine Ballace. ELAINE, B as in boy, ALLACE. And whoever orders a book gets an autograph.
Oh, But
personally autographed book.
see, that's worth the price right there. Does
It is.
Does Oreo autograph it as well?
He does. He does.
Well,
Yes.
well, that for anybody that doesn't know, Oreo is one of the cutest little pups around.
Isn't he? I am so prejudiced as a mother, but everywhere I go with him, people stop me all the time and say, "You've got the cutest dog." I say he takes after his mother.
Well, and he knows he's cute too.
Oh, he does, and he's so smart.
So I gotta ask.
That's,
I've gotta ask you, Elaine, with everything that you do, be it writing, your acting, your comedy, being a mother, what is the gift that keeps you going? What is the gift that all this performing, that these arts, that the acting, that the comedy, that the writing, what is the gift it gives you that keeps you pushing forward, keeps you coming back for more?
well, I would hate to say the applause, but I think my whole life I've always wanted to be able to hear people laugh and make them laugh. And I think laughter is truly, as I say, the greatest medicine in the world. And I think to have a good sense of humor during these tumultuous times, it's just something that I love. And I always tell people that it's easier to get into acting than, because there is no Actors Anonymous. So once it's in you and you're addicted, but from what I understand and recall, my mother used to say that from the time I was 3 years old, I was producing, because every time we'd go to a family function, I'd make everybody do a show. You know, we had to do a variety show of some sort. So I think I was just born with it.
Well, you give us the greatest gift in the world, making us laugh.
That's the kindest thing you could say. I love that. That's what I want to do.
And you succeed every time I see you in something. Even Love Without Hairs. I laugh through a lot of it. I get misty-eyed through a good portion of it, and I cry. And
yes,
you give us so much, Elaine, and you make us keep coming back for more. You make us keep coming back for more.
Oh, good. And it's so fun because in Free Lunch Express, I'm really putting this out there that Bernie and Jane see the movie and we get to meet them. That would be great. Or even though I heard they sold it, but Ben and Jerry, because those two were such characters.
Everything about that film is hilarious. Everything.
It is.
Everything.
Yeah. Len did such an amazing job at writing it. He was so good. And Sam was so good playing the middle Bernie. Mm-hmm. All of the Bernies were great because Jonah
Britton, yeah.
Josh, who played the young Bernie.
Yeah.
He was amazing, and how he had the accent down and everything. Oh. He was terrific. And then Charles, of course, was great as Bernie, current Bernie, and Sam had the major part of all the in-between stuff, and he just, I don't know how he did that and produced. He did everything.
It's called passion. That's the only answer.
And
that or insanity. I know they could go hand in hand.
They're close. They're close. When people are that passionate about things, most people think you're insane. So that's okay. I think it's a good insanity.
I think so too. Unfortunately, my friend, we are out of time.
Oh no!
Yes, we are out of time today.
Oh,
Breaks my heart.
Debbie, you are the best. And I ask about you all the time when I talk to our mutual friend, Tim Binder, and he always speaks so highly of you. And I say, how is she? And when I told him I was doing the show, he goes, oh, great, I'll have to listen in. So
And
hopefully he did. A shout out to Tim.
Tim religiously listens. He really does. Tim religiously listens to the show. He really does.
Oh, good. And so I'm so excited to have stuff so that I can share it with you because you are the best.
Oh,
you really are.
Thank you.
And tell everybody to watch Love Without Hears on Amazon Prime and to wait for December 4th, and they can see Free Lunch Express. It'll be a good Christmas gift for them.
It sure will. It sure will.
And to get my book, and I'll personally autograph it.
And so will Oreo.
He will, too. I will make sure he autographs it.
Oh, Elaine, thank you so much. And I can't wait until you come back on again.
You. Oh, hopefully soon.
I hope so. And in the meantime, I will chat with you online.
Absolutely, and wishing all of your listeners and everyone a happy and safe holiday season.
Oh, you too. Thank you, Elaine.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. And actually, Oreo's here, but he's being so good. Do you want to say something, Oreo?
No, he doesn't.
He's just kissing Mommy.
Well, okay, I'm not going to argue with that. Okay.
He's the best.
I'll talk to you soon, Elaine.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.